Hi, welcome to Miss Julie's Montessori Minute. Today, being a Thursday, it's a topic of social emotional development and how we can support that. And I'm real excited because next Thursday, I'll be doing a collaboration with Chantal over at Raising Littles. We have something special planned for you next week, so stay tuned for that. Today I'm sharing with you a little illustration I came up with many years ago for Parent Education Night, and I call it the ego egg. And it's just a little metaphor to help us understand why it's not just important that our children have high esteem, and actually that's up for debate with how important it is to have high self-esteem. There's strong research linking it to reducing eating disorders, but beyond that, we've learned that just having high self-esteem, just having the belief that you're great doesn't actually lead to greater success in life, longer marriages, avoidance of dangerous drugs, etc. There is that link to lower incidences of eating disorders. But I'm not saying high self-esteem is a bad thing. It sounds good, like it would help with a plethora of problems, but by itself it doesn't. So the ego egg illustrates that. So again, I do want to say it's something I came up with to illustrate this point during parent education nights at my school. And it's not like a Montessori thing. Like Dr. Montessori didn't write about the ego egg, but she did write and teach about the principles that I based this ego egg on. Okay, so I am using the metaphor of an egg, the image of an egg, because an egg is a source of all life, of new life, of potential. And we all start out as an egg, not shaped like this egg, but nonetheless. And so this one, high self-esteem with ability, is the person whose self-esteem, remember, self-esteem just means how we feel about ourselves. So a high self-esteem would mean we have a high estimation of ourselves. And the way in Montessori we aim to build that self-esteem is to allow the child to grow in all sorts of abilities, to treat them as competent young people and to give them skills and mastery of themselves and mastery of their environment. And when that happens, they will have a self-esteem like an eggshell that has in the center of it confidence, independence, and the ability to be resilient. So inside that shell of high self-esteem is some real substance. They'll be able to be resilient when attacks are made at their self-esteem because they have that confidence and they have that independence because they're capable. They truly are capable and they know it and they have high self-esteem. Now here we have high self-esteem without ability. So still the person believes they are great, they think highly of themselves, but it's not backed up with any skills. They were never allowed to build skills, to master themselves, to master their environment. They didn't grow that confidence, independence, and resiliency. So the problem with that is they are rather like an empty shell. They have this belief in themselves, but nothing to back it up. So their growth will be limited and that self-esteem will be pretty fragile. So when their boss doesn't come in and say, "Good job, you're the best, way to go," it can be a real problem. Their self-esteem was built with praise by others in the environment, and when that is removed, they can become very defensive or just discount other people's belief when they're in conflict with their own high self-esteem. And so This is why in Montessori, and I encourage you to help a child build their own self-esteem based on their ability to master skills, their ability to transform the environment, and that will lead the child to have a solid sense of high self-esteem, knowing they're capable, they're confident, they're independent, and therefore resilient and not dependent on other people for the good jobs and the praise. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I'd love to see you in the comments. All right, take care.